Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks Instead of Our World on Monday, July 20th, 2020. So what is it? Well, let's find out. Okay, now the coronavirus is still with us, going strong. As of this evening, there were 3,841,929 U.S. cases. And Trump said we had 15, it's going to go down to 1, it's going to disappear. Now, he doesn't want to do mass testing for the coronavirus. Um, he he thinks when you do testing and someone tests positive, then you have another case, and that makes him look bad. And he doesn't care about the people who have the disease who don't know about it and could be getting treatment. So anyway, the best way to handle this is to test everyone, have a national test plan, test everyone tests positive, you trace their contacts, and those who test positive, you trace their contacts. Those who test positive, you quarantine them, you treat them, and you get them well. The best way to avoid the virus right now, until we have a cure and a vaccine, is to do social distancing and wear a mask when you go out in public, and if necessary, wear gloves. And that'll do the trick. And wearing a mask is not mean you are letting someone tell you what to do. It's protecting yourself and others. So wear a mask. Protect the vulnerable populations. Protect the first responders, the healthcare workers, those living in shelters, those living on the street, Native Americans, farm workers, agricultural workers, the homeless, those living in nursing homes, assisted living homes, and veterans homes, and migrant people who are in detention centers, and those in jails and prisons, those who are essential workers like grocery workers and truck drivers who are transporting the goods. Now, we don't know when we're going to have a vaccine. We don't know when to have a cure. All we have is treatments that seem to be working. So we have to continue sheltering in place and taking care, protect yourself and others, and that's the best way to do it. Now, it's been in the news a lot recently that in Portland, Oregon, where they've had a lot of protesters against the murder of George Floyd, in Minnesota by a white Minnesota police officer. So there have been a lot of protests all over the country about this. And in Portland, Oregon, Trump decided they were basically mostly peaceful protesters, but Trump decided that he wants to crack down. He wants to dominate the protesters. So he sent in federal forces in unmarked vehicles with no ID. Supposedly they're from the Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection, federal marshals, various groups, but no identity, and they're basically attacking protesters. They're pepper spraying them, they're attacking them, and they think they have the right to do that. And Oregon governor and the mayor of Portland have been ordering these troops to leave, but they're not leaving. And these troops could show up in your city someday. I've heard that Chicago is a city that Trump is considering sending troops to next. So watch out, Chicago. The Constitution grants all of us the right to protest, the right to free speech, the right of assembly. Not the right to be violent or to destroy someone's property, but as long as you're peaceful, there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, a while ago, Lafayette Park by the White House, there are people protesting peacefully, and Trump ordered the National Guard and federal troops come in and pepper spray them to get them out so he could have a peaceful walk over to a nearby church and have a photo op holding a Bible. Well, now he's making his statement, his stand against protesters. He calls them anarchists and thugs, and they're not. The ones who are anarchists and thugs are he and his supporters. Uh, so we definitely have the right to protest, and Trump is going to lose on this one. Now, in addition to protesting, I don't know how many remember, but we found out not too long ago that Russia is paying Afghanistan people, like Taliban people, to kill American troops, soldiers in Afghanistan. Kind of put a bounty on the life of an American soldier, also on United Kingdom soldiers. Now, Trump was told about this, but he kind of shrugged it off. He doesn't really believe it. And he still thinks that he's doing everything right. He's not doing anything to stop the coronavirus spread. He refuses to have nationwide testing. He used to have a nationwide lockdown in the beginning. He has various governors around the country, Republican governors, afraid to go against his wishes. So there's some states that have never really locked down, don't require masks, such as in Florida and Arizona and Texas. Texas now saying you have to wear a mask in public. Florida says there's no mask requirement. That governor says a mayor of a city in Georgia cannot mandate wearing a mask. And he, the governor of Georgia, says only he can do that, and he is actually suing the mayor of Atlanta, who has ordered wearing a mask for all residents of Atlanta, Georgia. Well, we'll see how that goes. So anyway, the only anarchists and thugs are Trump and his people, the ones in government and his supporters. So, election is coming up in November. Make sure you're registered. If you're not, get registered and learn about the issues and candidates who are running. And vote. And also, a candidate or issue you support, you can get involved in supporting that candidate or issue. Contact the campaign for that. Now, we're still arguing about having mail-in ballots. Trump says it's rigged, it's fraudulent. It's not. But he's concerned that the more people who vote, the less chance he has of winning re-election. So, we have to vote, and we have to support the those candidates we're interested in, those issues we're interested in. Another issue is school. We can't return to school. We can't send kids of any age back to school until it's safe to do so. And in order to do so in any school district, you need to be able to maintain social distancing, masks for everyone, reconfigure classrooms so you don't have too many people there at one time. Okay. Well, that takes money, and the federal government isn't offering money for that. The federal government doesn't want to offer money for more testing. Definitely doesn't want to offer money for getting schools ready. So most school districts around the country are going to have online learning and provide all students with all the technology and computers, devices that they need. I think that's the best way to go until we have a cure and a vaccine for this virus. Let's keep everybody safe. The students, the teachers, the staff, everybody. Okay. Now, what else is new here? Alright, maybe that's about enough news for today. How about a little song? The song I'd like to sing is 500 Miles. It's an old song, folk song. Alright, here we go. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 500 miles. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four. Lord, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Not a shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Lord, I can't go on home this away, this away, this away, this away, this away. Lord, I can't go on home this away. Okay, that is 500 miles. I don't recall who wrote that song. Very nice folk song from a long time ago. Well, it's time for us to call it a day. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to Carolyn Speaks, The State of Our World, on Monday, July 20th, 2020. And remember to take care of yourself, take care of others. And especially remember that kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you very much. Hope to see you back here tomorrow evening. Good night.